Now that we have a few notes on the trombone, we're going to learn about the slide. So as you know, your two fingers are holding it down here and your thumb is holding it on top. When we push the slide out, it's your wrist that moves it out and your fingers that bring it back. So always just think wrist, fingers, wrist, fingers, wrist, fingers. And remember, your thumb is kind of throwing it out and your fingers are staying here to catch it so that it can happen nice and fluidly and nice and easily. So you'll hear people talk about the 7 positions of the trombone because there's 7 different spots on this slide that we can move to get different notes. First position is all the way in. 7th position, the last one, is as far out as you can reach. And the other numbers just fit in between there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is way out there. We're going to learn some ways to remember this a little bit easier. So it's easy to remember first position because it's all the way in. So that's first. When we go to 4th position, move the slide out until you'll see that the edge of the bell lines up with where the metal of the outer slide meets the metal of the inner slide. Those should be lined up. And you can look at it from this angle. You don't have to hold it up here yet. Go ahead and look at it so you know what it looks like. So we have 1st and 4th position. Go to 1st. Now go to 4th. Check it. Make sure you went there. Go back and forth between 1st and 4th. Remember, wrist and fingers only. Don't tense your hand and try to use your whole arm. It's not going to work very well. Just wrist and fingers. And keep checking it to make sure you're going right to 4th position. Now, we know where 4th position is. If we bring it in a little bit, we're going to be at 3rd position. And we know 3rd position because the bell, the edge of the bell, lines right up with the brace of the slide that we hold on to. So you'll know that your fingers will line up right with the bell. A lot of people think they can cheat by using their finger to actually touch the bell and make sure they're right in the right spot. But don't ever do that. That's a really bad habit. I never want to catch you doing that. So let's go from 1st position to 3rd. That's when this brace lines up with the edge of the bell. 1st, go to 3rd. Back to 1st, go to 3rd. Go out to 4th. Now go into 3rd. Now 2nd position is about halfway between 1st and 3rd. And really all you're doing is going from 1st position and moving it out just a little bit. That's 2nd position. So let's go 1st, out a little bit to 2nd. 1st, little bit to 2nd. 1st, 2nd. 1st, 2nd. Now let's try some different combinations and do these with me. Let's go from 1st to 3rd. Back to 1st, go to 3rd. 1st, 3rd. 1st, let's go to 4th position. Back to 1st, go to 4th. 1st, back to 4th. Let's go 1st, let's go out to 2nd position. Just a little bit out. Back into 1st, 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 1st. Now let's go 2nd position to 4th position. Try it. 2nd, check it. 4th, and check it. 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 4th. Good, let's go 3rd position to 4th position. 3rd and 4th, and 3rd and 4th, and 3rd and 4th. Now our goal is to be able to move exactly to those spots as quick as you can. Once you get used to where they are while looking at it, we're going to put the trombone up like you're going to play it, but don't play it yet, and try to do the same thing. So 1st to 4th. And if you need to look at it to check and see how you did, go right ahead. first and fourth, and first and fourth, and first and fourth. Don't forget, wrist and fingers, wrist and fingers. Now let's try first to third. And check it if you need to. Go back, first, third, first, third, first, third. And you can make up any combinations of these to practice. Now that we have trombone positions 1, 2, 3, and 4, we're just going to learn 5, 6, and 7. So go ahead and put it out to fourth position. That's when the two colors of metal meet right at the edge of the bell. And we have 5, 6 just goes out a little bit farther, and 7 is out as far as you can probably reach. And if you go too far, then the slide comes off. Now, even if it didn't come off, I want you to take it off. Be really careful. We're going to learn how to put it back on because this will come off sometimes. Take a seat and put this on your lap with the bell down. So if I'm sitting, this is sitting on top of me just like this. With the rest of the slide, the outer slide, make a 90-degree angle at the edge below it. And what we're going to do is turn the outer slide up while trying to get both tubes to go in at the same time. It's easier to do this when you're sitting down because you can use your lap to control it. And once you bring them up, they should go back on the same amount. So, seventh position isn't quite that far out, but it is close to the end. Let's go back to fourth. So 4, 5 is a little bit further out, 6 is even further, and then 7 all the way near the end. If you're having trouble reaching out really far, just simply move your body to the right. Because as you move your body to the right, it lets your arm extend even further out. And it's okay if the whole trombone goes with you. If you need to do that to get the note out, that's not a problem. So we have 4th, 5th, and 6th. And 6th position might actually be the farthest you can reach for now, and that's okay. Let's practice going back and forth between 6th and 4th, because that's a really common one that's going to appear a lot in your music. So let's go 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4. Keep using that wrist and fingers. Your thumb throws it and your fingers catch it and bring it back. 6 and 4. Now let's practice going from 1 all the way to 6. Back to 1 all the way to 6. Don't forget, your wrists and your fingers are doing most of the work here. They're just throwing it out, catching it, and bringing it back. We want to be nice and relaxed, almost like you're doing this with your hand. Now that we have some of these different positions, let's start in first position with it all the way in and try to get that middle sound that we were getting earlier. Try that with me. Now here's what makes trombone one of the coolest instruments. Play that sound, keep your air nice and steady, and then throw the slide out and bring it back. And you're going to have a lot of fun doing that, but you need to practice getting the wrist and fingers involved. Try it again. This is what we need to know to play the trombone and to play all the music that you want to play on this instrument. So, go find someone at home and tell them to just name off random numbers, and you're going to have to show them what position that is.